we wanted to discuss ways to get exposure or investment exposure to the crypto gaming ecosystem.
Because it seems a bit daunting. Like, how do I pick which game? I know that's a very common question I've been asked as well, but I think, Ted, you can break it down. Like, there's some very fundamental ways to approach it.
Well, the way we've kind of broken it down for you guys here today is we're looking at general purpose layer 1s and layer 2s. So the likes of Ethereum, Solana, Arbitrum, Avalanche, Sui, all those ones that you've likely heard of, because they basically offer a platform for these games to launch on.
The commerce backbone.
Yeah, exactly. So Axie Infinity was on Ethereum to begin with, and I think it moved to Ronin. And what else? There was...
there's a lot of them that are kind of based on Ethereum initially, but ever since the narrative of scaling's come out, and we've seen layer 2s sort of progress and take off. We've seen even certain games or certain chains being developed specifically to be optimized for gaming. So the takeaway one there for me is Immutable, and that IMX infrastructure layer as well that they're running there.
Yeah, I think we'll dive into the gaming specific chains in a sec, but I think let's break down like the biggest layer 1s and who's like best positioned to capitalize on the gaming sector, because Ethereum, they offer Ethereum and Solana in particular, they offer a lot more than just gaming, but I think gaming will have a big role to play, particularly in Solana. And then we're also seeing Avalanche trying to capitalize on that as well and kind of position themselves as a bit of a gaming specific chain.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Solana first.
Yep.
So, I mean, specifically, we might have all heard in recent time the, I guess, big differentiator for them from a way of approaching the blockchain problem and onboarding users is they've got their own phone. Like, well, not them specifically, but there is a project dedicated to onboarding the next lot of new users of adoption through a blockchain-based phone, or at least having a mobile phone-centric approach to how people interact with the space. So for a lot of time, we've all interacted with web wallets and browsers. I think a big shift for me personally, where I see the industry going, is it's going to be mobile first. So I think there's a big piece of the puzzle. And I know there is a Solana conference called Breakout. It's coming in September, so it'd be interesting to hear any subtle hints or tips of what's coming from some of the bigger developers, some of the bigger studios, even from an infrastructure perspective. Is there like a trend or narrative shift away from, what we have seen so far from Solana? It's been a lot of meme coins. There is some DeFi infrastructure that's been leading the way, like Jupiter, even Jito, and more specifically recent time has been increasing TBL. So I would be looking at that Breakout conference in September to maybe give us a few sort of juicy details on what's to come for the next couple of months.
Yeah, absolutely. And then another one I want to call out is Sui. So we've talked about Sui a little bit on the podcast. It's had a huge week. I think it's up 100% after having a pretty horror month, you could say. But Sui is another one of those like general purpose layer 1s that is kind of targeting gaming as well. They see that as like a pretty good niche to sort of narrow in on. They've launched their own handheld gaming device, so similar shape and look and feel to maybe like a PSP, or what do they have now? Switch, I think, is the popular one. So obviously that's a pretty huge development for them. It's called the Sui. What is it called? Sui Play OX1, and it looks pretty cool. Like, it looks pretty legit. Like, I think for a lot of these, like you said, Solana launched their own phone. Like, launching physical devices is like another step. Real, right? Yeah, it makes it feel a bit more tangible. So the fact that they've done this, I think they partnered up with Playtron to launch this. So yeah, I think keep a keen eye out for any specific games launching on the Sui chain, because I think they're going hard in that space. So Sui is one that I personally hold, so just disclosing that there. I think it's a new chain. It was launched by like the ex-Facebook guys, so I think it's got a strong team behind it. And overall, I think this narrative of being a new layer 1 with some strong tech, and then also combining that with the gaming sector, it's looking good. But of course, do your own research on that one.
No, I agree.